Barely knew her.
Hello.
Just heard barely knew her.
And you don't even want to know what was before that. Welcome, everybody, to Charmed Persons, Curse of Strahd, episode 30, I believe. Wow, time flies. Announcements, of course. I know these. Do I know them? Sunday. Campaign 3. Eric, stop it. Campaign 3. Another session in the beautiful world crafted by Zach Tabor in D&D land. Come and join them. Monday. Guess what? Second episode, Charmed Heroes, hosted by wonderful Michael here. Wow. So many DMs here. Eric. Thursday.
That long shot I did 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was good. You should do it again. Next Thursday is Monster Hearts. Come see the next installment of sophomore year, GM'd by lovely Angie Forsheep. And of course, everyone, come to our Discord, Charmed Family, where we will be chatting during the session, and you can get some behind-the-scenes look at our cast chat as we talk about the games as they unfold. That's it.
Good job.
Nailed it. I think that might have been your best one yet. After 30 times, I think you
honestly, there was nothing even really funny about that.
Yeah. Do better. Do worse, actually.
Why do melons have such big weddings?
No.
Why?
The cantaloupe.
Ah!
Nice.
All right, I saved it. Now, back to Curse of Strahd. Very serious session.
For a tonal shift.
Last time on Curse of Strahd.
On Survivor, sorry.
The party, newly formed in a common goal to find and perhaps liberate the people of Barovia from the cruel devil tyrant that is Strahd von Zarovich. Whittaker had met a woman named Francesca, a human woman who was in league with the Dusk Elves, a small faction of elves that were here in Barovia. She was not a Dusk Elf herself, but was raised by some of them and found some commonality with Oz because of her missing eye and Oz's current state of retransformation. And Francesca told your party that the Dusk Elves had moved their encampment up the mountain of Mount Gakis because Casimir Velikov, a prominent member of the Dusk Elves and someone who was like an uncle to you, Oz, was bent on finding a place that he could resurrect his dead wife, Petra, who he himself had killed after she was succumbed to the charms of the vampire Strahd. It is believed by Francesca that Casimir has found a place, an ancient temple called the Amber Temple, high up in the mountains of Mount Gakis, that not only could perhaps resurrect his wife, but also might be some sort of seat of power of Strahd and might be a key to defeating him. Meanwhile, the rest of you had made your way to Argenvostholt, a mansion that was once used by the Order of the Silver Dragon, a paladin group that was fought for this land many, many, many years ago. And in fact, they were slain by Strahd and his army. And the leader, the Silver Dragon Argenvost, was killed and its bones kept in the tower behind the mansion. You went there and found that it was a refugee camp full of people that had fled from some of the nearby towns that had been destroyed and scattered. And you found some brief refuge and respite there before you realized that Strahd himself had dug his fingers into the hearts of some of the people here and had turned some of your previous allies against you as thralls, including the Martikov family, the were-ravens that you had sought refuge with before at the winery. You also found that Warren Canis, the leader here, was a werewolf, but had been tempted and turned by Strahd into some sort of undead abomination. You fought as Strahd appeared, trying to stop you in your plight to perhaps reach the Amber Temple or stop him yourselves. In your battle with Strahd, you found that the former tenants of this mansion, the Order of the Silver Dragon, were killed but had risen as revenants. Their main goal is to destroy Strahd, but in the intervening years, their mission had been corrupt, perhaps just from the intervening years, perhaps by Strahd himself. But their mission now is that they believe that Strahd's biggest destruction would be to just stay where he is, because this land of Barovia is his own version of hell. So when you decided to attack him, they tried to stop you despite the clear intention of your goals. But in a hard-fought battle that waged across the entire first floor of the Argynvosthold mansion, Oz took the holy symbol from Petra and bravely went into the tower where the bones of Argynvost laid, and said a prayer to the Morning Lord, of course, the god that Argynvost serves, and Argynvost's soul was restored. His lights gleaming from top of the tower like a beacon over the lands. Everyone gains +1 permanently to all saving throws. And the revenants that had been fighting you so vehemently were reunited once again with Argynvost. And they turned their attentions to Strahd, who, no longer having the benefit of them as allies, laughed in your face, told you that he would meet you again before fleeing. We start now in the immediate aftermath of that. You are all probably very injured and you are hurt, but victorious, at least in this moment. Oz, one of the revenants, of course, was a person named Vladimir, who was wielding his great sword that was vehemently angry and attacking. But another one, Sir Godfrey Gwillem, seemed to have not been affected by this malaise of the other revenants and was helping you. And this revenant, as you step down in the midst of the battle, as the revenants kind of turn unhostile, walks up to you. He is undead, skin almost falling off, clearly has been rotting here for thousands of years, but at least in this moment looks upon you with some hope and gratitude. And he says to you, and he actually tries to like take your hand, Oz, if you let him.
I don't let him do that. No.
Okay.
That man did so much for you in that battle, and you want to take your hand.
He doesn't push the matter, and he says, "You have done us a great service. I cannot thank you enough. These people here that I call my brothers have been lost, but I hope now that they can rest." He looks around to the dead that have scattered, including some people that you know that were killed in the chapel and nearby. And he says, "Your friends that were lost, we will make sure that their souls are reunited with the Morning Lord. And that any who wants to seek refuge here at Argynvosthold will do so without providence." And he says, "If you are willing, I would like to give you my ring." He pulls out a ring from his finger, and he holds it out to you on the palm of his hand.
Another marriage?
His name is Godfrey, right?
Godfrey.
Why, Godfrey? You should take me out to dinner first. And I'm gonna grab the ring and look at it. And I'm gonna say, it's a shame that the devil was such a coward. I would have liked to see what you and your brothers look like from the other side.
He nods. He's a little confused by the dinner thing. He doesn't seem to understand it. The ring in your hand is kind of beautiful copper ring with little green leaf engravings on it. It feels nice. Make an Arcana check.
It's gonna be a total of 13.
You know for sure this is some magical ring, but you're not quite sure what it does until you either have someone who's better at identifying magic items or you just attune to it.
I bite it, make sure it's real, and then
I was just on a dead man's hand.
I put it on.
Okay.
And I start the attunement process.
Meanwhile, Ismark, as you're kind of sitting in the courtyard here watching Godfrey, you see Yevgeny and Yara and Tom come out, as well as there's a bunch of people here that were refugees that were not turned, that were fled in the chaos, but are alive, 6 or 7 men and women. And they come out.
How is Tom alive?
It took you guys long enough to come out here.
Yevgeny slaps you on the back and goes, "God damn it, you fucking did it. God damn."
Oh, well, I didn't do it. That was Oz. Yeah, well, I guess I came so fucking close to killing Strahd. If he would have stuck around, that fucking coward.
Hip hip hooray! Ismark! All these people come in, and they go. You see one woman say, "Ismark Kolyanovich, I knew that you would be the savior of our people. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray for Ismark!
Hip hip hooray!"
These people just brush past you, Oz, without even looking at you.
Yeah.
Hip hip hooray! Ismark! Tom
I did it.
Tom comes up to you, Ismark, and he says, "Hey, man, I'm so sorry, man. I don't know what happened to me back there. I think I blacked out or something, and I got
you survived, and that's half the battle."
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not gonna lie, big guy, you were pretty impressive.
What? Really? Me?
I'm not talking to you, fuckwit. I'm talking to him.
Are you big? Would you consider yourself big, Tom?
I mean, I've been working out a little bit, man.
You're a big fucking nerd, I'll tell you that. I'm just kidding. Tom,
I'll tell you with all honesty, I'm surprised that you're alive, and that is a compliment.
Okay, thank you. These people swarm around you, Ismark, and they're talking you up and saying, if you're gonna be the reason that we're gonna be liberated. We haven't had this much hope in forever. We'll see the sun again one day because of you.
That's the plan. Yeah, that's I'll either do that or die trying.
I lift up Ismark's hand and I say, "Ismark will bring back the sun!"
Woo! People start cheering.
I will bring back the sun!
Yeah!
The Vladimir, the Revenant that was attacking you so vehemently.
Almost killed me. Yeah.
He steps up to you, and he says, "It's a shame that we could not have finished our battle fair and square, but I no longer wish to attack you."
Yeah, it's a shame I couldn't have killed you again. But you're a hell of a fighter, I'll give you that.
Yeah, you kicked my ass.
I mean, you kicked my ass, but I was also fighting Strahd and 6 other dudes.
You kicked my
I
ass
too was fighting 6 other dudes.
Yeah.
But as a Revenant, I am no longer bound to leave this place. And you will have much more need of this than I. And in front of you, he kneels in front of you, Ismark, and he holds up his giant 2-handed greatsword.
Dude, that thing was fucking baller.
Yeah, it was. Holy shit.
Thank you so much. I start to reach out.
Oz clearly is giving it to me.
Oh,
you couldn't even lift that fucking thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. I couldn't. That's about as tall as I am.
I'll grab it.
This huge 2-handed sword that is maybe 7-8 feet tall in its own rights.
Just wait till I get big. That thing's gonna grow.
Can you make an Arcana check?
Yeah. +0, but I got to roll a 17, so 17.
You recognize this to be a great sword +2.
Wow.
Oh man, amazing.
Meanwhile,
I almost picked a +1 great sword as my magic weapon. I'm so glad I didn't now.
Meanwhile, Arabelle walks up to you, Proximus, and she looks pretty bad. She went down unconscious. She's up, but is hurt and injured, but walks up to you and she says, Proxy, are you all right? Is everything okay?
Mid shifting back from my Nosferatu form of dread. The shadow thing, I think that summon like just becomes my shadow again. Thumbs up. Good job adventuring.
Good job adventuring. Sometimes I think to myself, Proximus, why am I doing this? I could just be reading a book by the fire every night or something, you know?
I don't. Yes, exactly. Hold on, please. I had this crazy vision of a little tiny puppets man, and I think he might be outside.
Oh my god.
Okay, you run outside. Right outside the front door of the
I look
mansion.
super cool, like just all limbs running.
Like a marionette.
Kinda, yeah.
And you see the wagon. There's no horses or anything, but there's a wagon that is one of the wheels is destroyed from your.
Hello, is there a friend in there for me?
No response. The door is slightly open though.
I'm gonna go. I'll stick my head in there. Hello?
You stick your head in the wagon.
Dexterity
and,
saving throw.
You die. No,
you die.
No. Sitting on one of the seats, propped up.
No.
Hey!
Fucking way.
It's
Everything
his
is right with the
head.
world.
Head is kind of like tilted and it's like slumped, but doesn't move. And you can see there is like a tag attached to his hand. And on the tag it says, "To Fritz."
Oh! That was when someone was calling me. Hello?
It doesn't move.
Oh, this Piddlewick is soulless.
Oh no, I think I know what that means and I don't like it.
He's a jokester.
He's a jokester.
He's just playing dead.
Oh, I can't
says
say what I think is
ridiculous.
happening because there's no way he would know what that is. Pick up the doll. Just have my face very close to it.
A lifeless face just staring blankly at you.
This is very cool.
As you
Take it and hold it.
As you hold it close to your chest, you're hit with a vision of yourself
Oh, here we go.
sitting in a grand bedroom with beautiful draped windows and a canopy bed and satin sheets, a place of very high class. And you're sitting on this bed, and on your lap is this doll. And you can tell that you are yourself, or at least Fritz.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch yourself kind of pull a little piece of metal off of one of the side tables and fasten it into the back of Piddlewick. Final piece. And then you're back, standing outside in the slightly snowy, snow-driven morning.
What else? Is there anything else in the carriage?
Make an investigation check.
God.
100%. 17.
You find a little vial or potion that is kind of in the champagne cabinet that is in the back. It is a small potion with red liquid, tiny bubbles of light in it.
Whoa. Cool.
Make an Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
This is an elixir of health. I will show you. Cures any disease afflicting you, removes blinded, deafening, paralyzed, poison conditions if you drink it.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Okay, this was pretty cool, I guess. I'm looking around. Can I just get some fabric to make like a baby Bjorn to like hold Piddlewick onto my chest?
Yeah, I mean, there's drapes that are covering the window of the wagon that are kind of beautiful red satin drapes with gold trim that you can craft.
I will take that down. For right now, I'll button like button my jacket of my like suit and just put him like in the front of it and have his like arms hanging over the front of it.
Okay, yeah. He's just limply.
Arabelle, I found something super cool.
As
Running
you
back
walk
inside.
back into the mansion, you can see that Arabelle is in a conversation with Kala, the woman that was here that recognized you, and you catch the tail end of their conversation, and you hear Kala say, "I have tried so much for that boy, but I warn you, he is evil. Do not let him with you." And you hear Arabelle say, "I have heard enough of your hatred. Now be gone." Kala, head drip, goes down, kind of sneers at you, Proximus, and then walks into the other room.
Did I do something to upset her?
No, you didn't do anything. I told her that whatever she thinks you are, you're not that. You're Proximus, and you're a good boy.
I'm not evil.
No, of course not. Do you have a new friend?
Yes, I found him in the carriage that was outside.
Her eyes go wide as she looks at Piddlewick. She goes, "Oh,
I
great.
like him.
That's right. Arabelle knows Bill.
All right, this is great. Piddlewick, fun.
Piddlewick.
Piddlewick. Be careful around him. He has bombs, I think.
You know my friend?
Yes, I know your friend, I believe. He was with Sal, and he walked around, and he, I don't know. He's good. He was fun. He was fun.
You can walk around?
When I knew him,
Walk around for me, please.
the doll sits lifeless.
Maybe he's tired. He had a little tag on him. I'll show the to Fritz note.
Oh. Huh.
This is what that lady kept calling me.
Interesting. I don't know what it means, but
Me either.
I guess it means it's as much as yours as anyone else now, because you're more Fritz than I am.
Just playing with Piddlewick's arms.
You can, the rest of you see that the two revenants, Godfrey and Vladimir, have taken a private conversation with Petra. Just three revenants talking in the corner. You see that Erwin Martikov, the cook, the father, the were-raven, is still alive. And he is tending to the death of his wife, Danica, and his father. And he's quietly mourning and sobbing, and he's helping some of the other refugees take some of the bodies that are strewn across the chapel, move them outside to the graveyard with the help of some of the revenants to give them a proper burial. And Erwin walks up to you, Ismark, very somber, contemplative. He's clearly just has finished crying and weeping for his wife and his father, but kind of stoically says to you, I thank you, Ismark. It's a hard day for me, but I'm filled with hope that this day will not be hard in vain.
I will make sure that they did not perish for nothing. You have my word.
My sons, Bray and Brom, they're late teenagers now, but they left a few weeks ago to go to the castle. They're stubborn and headstrong. They think that they can kill Strahd themselves. But
Just the two of them went there to kill Strahd?
yes. I do not know if they're alive or what has become of them, but if they are out there, and you find them, I would hope and plead that you would keep them safe.
Absolutely.
But I also know that they are, of course, ravens, and they could be of use to you. And if you need help out there and they are around, I know that my boys will help you.
Thank you. Yeah, I will. I'll look for them, and if I have any way of letting you know that they're okay, I will do that. I don't know how, but
All right, so I'm going to make some food, and then I think I need to sleep.
of course, yeah.
He leaves. Francesca walks up to you, Oz.
I was about to say, while this was happening, I think I would have gone looking for her.
She stayed away while these people were like cheering for Ismark, and during this moment.
Yeah.
And she looks at you as you kind of come over to her, and she says, "It's kind of rude that those people didn't include you in their celebrations."
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't really do as well as I could have. Are you all right?
I'm okay. What do you mean you didn't do as well as you could have? You were the one that brought the dragon back.
Yeah. I'm glad you're all right.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Well, if you're still willing, I'm going to get some sleep, and then pretty close to here is where the Dusk Elf camp is, and perhaps we can go there and we can meet up with Casimir and my father, Harkis.
That's my plan. I'm gonna try to convince the others. Whatever's there is gonna be useful in killing Strahd.
All right, good. Your ring, perhaps I could figure out what it does?
Is that something you're able to do?
She nods.
Well, Francesca, just full of surprises. And he hands it to her.
Her eyes flash with a spell, and she hands it back to you. And you realize that this is a ring of regeneration.
Holy shnikes.
When wearing this ring, you regain 1d6 hit points every 10 minutes, provided that you have at least one hit point. If you lose a body part, the ring causes the missing part to regrow and return to full functionality after 1d6 plus 1 days. If you have 1 plus 1 hit point the entire time.
Oh, shit. Amazing. I say, ooh, now this is gonna come in handy. I tell her, get some rest. I'm gonna talk to the others.
She nods, goes into the other room.
And I want to go up to Ismark. Big guy, can I pull you aside for a moment?
Yeah, sure. What's up, buddy?
So, I'm a Dusk Elf, in case you didn't know.
I couldn't really tell what the fuck's going on, to be honest with you.
All right. Anyway, my people are not too far from here. They found a place called the Amber Temple. Ring a bell?
Matt? I don't know.
Make a history check, Ismark.
12.
Does not ring a bell specifically. I mean, you've may have heard some recent speaking of it, but like none in your past. Although the revelation that it is high in Mount Gacchus, it does ring a bell with you. Of course, Mount Gacchus is the looming mountain that sits to the south of the valley, that stretches high into the sky, into the mist, snowy mountain. You know that there are paths that lead up to the mountain, but they are incredibly dangerous, incredibly treacherous, and makes sense that some ancient temple would be high up there.
No, I've heard of Amber and I've heard of temples, but never the two shall meet, you know?
Well,
I have no idea what you're talking about. I know that Mount Gacchus, though, is pretty dangerous.
It is. But those adventurers that came through about a decade ago?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
I met them, I know them. Yeah.
They were pretty famous around these parts.
Yeah, I mean, they worked directly with me when they first got here. I was one of the first people to meet them. Sal was quite the looker.
Okay. They were looking for this place. I think that whatever's there, whatever my people are interested in, there's no way it would not help us with Strahd.
I'm in.
All right, good.
You have my big fucking sword.
That's a pretty dope sword.
Thank you.
And you have my axe.
Cut off my hand.
Oh.
No.
Do it.
Okay,
Don't do it,
figure.
Ismark.
Why?
Because I can grow it back. Actually, wait. He takes it back right as you do that.
Do I get him? I'm pretty good with my sword. Do
Oh
I get
shit!
Roll initiative check.
Oh no!
My initiative's not.
I do have a +9 to initiative. So.
I'm +2, so.
Gunslinger, baby. 22.
Okay.
Okay, you pull your finger.
Yeah, so I pull my finger back for a second. I'm not attuned to it yet. Maybe later.
Doing the what?
This.
Oh, the ring you got off the dead guy.
Yeah.
That you put in your mouth, I saw.
Yeah. Had to make sure it was real.
All right.
Why are you so weird?
That bacteria is gonna be. I'll tell you what.
What the fuck is bacteria?
I don't fucking know.
All right. Well, I told you about it. I think I told Petra about it. We just gotta tell Arabelle about it, and then I guess the weirdo.
What about the weirdo? Did you see him in there? He took out
No.
almost everybody.
No, I didn't.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, he's very capable. So we should definitely bring that guy along. As
Okay,
much as
cool.
he keeps me up at that.
All right. Sure.
And Petra's been awful quiet lately, but I don't think we should engage with her right now.
Yeah, she was dead. You know.
That's right. She does have a lot going on.
Yeah, she's in the corner talking to the revenants. They're talking about dead stuff.
She
Yeah, let's
stretches.
let's go get Proxy.
All right.
Said something about a doll, and then he ran off. I don't know.
As soon as I see Proximus.
Matt, you said, correct me if I'm wrong, at the last session, didn't I, see, when the door to the carriage opened, didn't I see, his little hand be like, hello, hello?
You did, yes.
I think, once I get, a slight moment alone, I'll just, lean down and be like,
It's okay to be shy, but later we will have a dance party and it will be so cool.
hello, friends! I found a cool new friend!
Oz gets down.
Climbing out through the window.
Oz gets down on one knee. I'm honored to finally meet you, Piddlewick.
What the hell's going
I
on?
was-
No, Proximus. My name is Proximus.
I'm not talking to you.
I know.
Stop. He doesn't say that. This
Work.
this is Piddlewick.
You met that doll before?
I was there that day with him 10 years ago.
Oh,
The
that's
day
right.
I met him is the day I almost died.
Shit.
He was Sal's confidant.
Yeah, it must have been after.
I'm sure someone else at the party also thought he was really cool and had a really strong bond with him.
Nah, pretty much just Sal.
No.
Yeah, Sal's the only one I know about because
Well.
anybody else ran away.
Just doing little dance moves.
Hey, Arabelle, Proxy,
Yes?
do you want to go to
Hello.
the secret temple on a mountain?
You're talking about
Really?
the Amber Temple?
The what?
The what?
The Amber Temple!
That's not what you said.
The Amber Temple!
Temple, temple?
It sounded like Shirley Temple.
I was just dead almost.
Her accent's gone now.
We've all been almost dead.
Yeah, it didn't change the way I fucking talk.
I beg to differ. Is
Yeah,
what.
my accent's pretty inconsistent, isn't it?
You're an adult now. I'm not gonna baby you anymore. I just met you. Yeah. My people are at the Amber Temple. I think that there's gotta be something there that can help us with Strahd.
Like what? What is there?
Like an even bigger one of these.
Okay.
You in?
Yes.
Yes.
She looks to you, Proximus, and whispers, I don't want to speak to you. Are you in or not? I know it'll be dangerous.
Yes. I would like to go. Yes.
Okay. Proximus and I and Piddlewick are in.
All
Does
right.
he move around, or is he just strictly, just kind of sit there? All right,
For now, he just sits here.
kind of
Oh.
creeped me out. It
I
kind of
think he's
creeps me out more
amazing.
that he's with you. I don't know why.
I'm a very nice person.
Yes, you are, but you're scary as shit. And I mean that
I'm
in the
just
nicest
very
way.
pale. He doesn't have a face, and you don't seem to have a problem with him.
He's also one of the scariest fucking things I've ever seen.
Okay.
I'm the only normal one, and I turn into a fucking giant monster, and that's the most normal thing about this group.
I'm
That
normal.
would make me.
Says
That would
Tom.
make me so sad, but I have the coolest new friend in the entire world, so no one will ruin today for me.
Tom's sitting there and he goes, I'll join if you guys want. I know that this doll has like replaced me as like the kind of the lowest on the totem pole.
A useless sack of shit. Tom, look, I'm joking around.
You're
know
a
I
very
love you.
mean person with strong
I just like
feelings.
to, I just like to rib people. Tom is one of my favorite people on this planet.
Rib?
No
Yeah.
way, really?
Of course, yeah. You're one of my very best friends, Tom.
He gives you a big hug.
Oh, right.
It's like too long of a hug. You see Yara comes up to you and he goes, "You fucking go into this temple or what?"
Can we sleep for the night?
Yeah, I think we maybe head out first thing in the morning. But I mean, if you guys are up for it, it's going to be pretty dangerous. But I think it could help.
She looks over and you see there's a sleeping bag nearby, and you see Yevgeny is snoring.
Not just like he did in the battle.
Yeah, the more flesh shields, the better. I mean, people, the better.
Yara says, "I've already slapped Yevgeny twice for his behavior at the battle. Don't worry, I'll keep him in line."
Thank you.
How old is Mr. Genny?
You want to slap me?
No, 65.
Oh, he's ancient.
That's it?
He's
That's
a sniper.
it?
He's been living outside chasing wolves his entire lives. What do you think?
Do people
bad.
not age as bad because there's no sun? Do people age better?
Then what's his excuse?
Stress.
There's
Lack
no
of nutrition.
just because there's no sun doesn't mean that we're aging gracefully. We're in a terrible place.
You're right. Yeah, first light. Head up. How far away is it? Oz?
DM.
Francesca told you half a day from here.
Sick.
So I'll show you on this map.
We could get there by noon probably tomorrow.
You guys are all here around Argenvostholt.
I'm starting to talk like here. I don't have an accent. We can get there by noon probably.
Neither do I half the time.
The road that goes down to Mount Gacus starts like here, down to here, and eventually.
Could we potentially do a shortcut and follow the riverbed to the bridge and then take the road?
Now, here is where Beres was, where you kind of taken a shortcut. Francesca will tell you that this bridge is way, way high up. The road that kind of leads over here is up in the mountains, so you have to take the road.
Okay, so we gotta take the road, but we can still get there in half a day.
Yep. Well, she's telling you that their camp is like somewhere around here.
Yeah, and then we'll have to get to Mount Gacus.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
I explained that. I would have explained it accurately to the group.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Petra, sound good to you? Great.
Erwin is making some food. It's nothing much, kind of like, some rations or like rabbit meat. But if nothing else, you guys can gain the effects of a long rest.
Actually, can I I'm gonna roll a Tinker's Tool check, Matt, to work on a project of mine. And I'm going to spend a long rest doing that, but because I'm an elf and a long rest for me is 4 hours, can I still at least get a short rest in?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to roll this.
You're gonna stay up all night?
I'm going to stay up all night. I mean, for me, I'm going to not sleep, meditate for 4 hours.
almost dead.
Ooh, that is a
I guess you get to hear
19 on the die, plus 9 is 28.
Okay. All right, you're crafting away with your it's probably like I don't know, how loud is it that you're like crafting? You
I actually think I would have gone up to the roof and done it up there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's probably like if you're on the top floor, which I doubt anybody is, but if you're on the top floor, you can probably hear me. It's probably that loud.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't think anyone would be up there. Okay. Basically, your attempts are successful.
Okay. We said that there was going to be 3 successful checks needed.
Yes.
And that a long rest was a much lower DC than a short rest.
Yes, correct.
So that's
okay.
1 successful check, I think, so far.
Yep, correct.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll just do a short rest.
Okay.
Does a short rest reset my max HP? Probably not, right?
Wait, because of like leveling up?
No, I got hit by Strahd on something that lowered my max HP.
Oh. Let me see.
Sure.
Probably not.
Probably until you finish a long rest.
Yeah, it doesn't. It does not reset it.
How much did you lose?
I think like 15.
Permanently?
Until a long rest happens.
Oh, okay.
So let me set that.
Right. You all have grown to level 9. Congratulations.
Okay, so actually, since I am an elf and I can long rest within 4 hours, can I have spent the long rest doing that, and then have 2 short rests, 1 to actually short rest, and then 1 to try a higher DC Tinker's Tool check to try to get 2? Or do you think I can only do it once, like per 24 hours?
I'll say you can only do it once.
Okay, that makes sense.
The next 24-hour period is going to last 6 in real life months.
Yeah. Well, then in that case, and Matt, I'll let you decide this, because I know that I'm an elf and that, but like you're talking about like the Tinker's Tool check being like, but I mean, if a long rest for everybody else is 8 hours, could I just do 1 successful chest and then get a long rest? With the, or does it like?
You could use a short rest to make the Tinker's Tools check and then do a long rest, right?
I could, but I roll. I know I rolled successfully. I'll re-roll if you'll let me do it.
So the Tinker's Tool check long rest, even though your long rest is only 4 hours, it's technically 8 hours.
Okay, cool. So would you let me, knowing this and knowing I do want to get that max HP back, can I just re-roll and do a short rest, even though I know it's a higher DC?
Yep, sure.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. Do I know what the DC is, or do you just want me to tell you what the roll is?
Just tell me what the roll is.
Okay. Oh, wow. That is some kind of karma. That's a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Zachary Tabor.
That is karma.
You cut off your hand.
It will grow back.
Yeah.
I do attune to that ring for sure.
Your Tinker Tools break.
Oh, no.
Fuck me up, dude. That's good. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. I'll get one at the camp. Someone will have one for sure. But nothing happens like to like the gun materials or anything. Just my Tinker. Okay, cool. All right,
Sounds a great campaign for shopping.
Just hear a lot of swearing. Fuck, God damn it.
Damn it. Someone like comes up and checks on me, and it's like that over the shoulder. You just see my eyes. Get out of here! Okay, perfect. Thanks, Matt.
Okay.
I mean, fuck you, but thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, you guys all wake up. Most of you fully restored and rejuvenated. Tom wakes you up, Ismark, and he goes, "I'm super excited to go on this adventure with you, best friend."
Oh, I'm gonna regret that, aren't I?
I've been writing in my journal. I'm thinking of making a book about your adventures, and
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and it's gonna be called "The Grand Adventures of Ismark, My Best Friend."
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but maybe you could workshop that a little bit.
Okay. My best friend Ismark and his grand adventures.
I kind of like the other one better. Put my name first for sure.
Okay, got it. And he's like writing.
It's his version of My Week with Marilyn.
Yeah. Yevgeny looks at you and goes, "Where the hell are we going? Up to like a temple or some shit?"
Yeah, the Amber Temple in Mount Gacchus. It's gonna be
All right.
long and treacherous. You sure you're ready for that, old man?
Yeah.
All right.
He waddles away.
He always knows what to say.
All right. Francesca is ready, and she says, "If you're all ready to go, I can lead you on the way. It should take half a day. Yes."
Does Piddlewick look any different in the morning? Didn't look like he moved.
Make an investigation check.
In a different place than when you left him.
I would have kept him I would have held him throughout the night. 15.
No signs of movement. No, you cuddled
he's
with
covered.
him. And still there.
That's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be shy. You can show your personality later when you are much more comfortable.
All right. Francesca gathers you all outside. The rest of the refugees are staying here with assurance from the revenants that they will have a place to stay. The beacon of the Argon Vostholt Tower shining bright like a lighthouse over the valley. It is literally shining lights across the darkness of the valley, a true beacon of hope. This morning is bitterly cold. The winds are biting. There's a tang of the deceased from your recent battle hit your nose. It's kind of hard to hear from the swirling wind, and you know that your journey up the mountain will be even worse as you continue. But Francesca starts to lead you, and you make your way onto the road towards the camp. The road, as you take it, is narrow, it's winding. At one point, you take the main old Sphalic road before traveling through the thick forest, before taking a southward turn. The Mount Gacchus looms above you, this towering spire of a mountain that is high up into the mists, higher than you can even see. The frozen forest around you is eerily silent. There's occasional snap of twigs in the distance or the howl of a wolf. There's this low-lying mist that kind of creeps and covers the entire edges of the trees, kind of curling around you like a ghostly fingers. The wind is whipping with little bits of snow. As you travel, the road has this kind of wind-blown layer of snow, but underneath are patches of blackened earth that almost resemble scars. The trip is unpleasant, yes.
Just during the trip, I think Oz would find time to talk to Tom, kind of like off to the side.
Yeah.
Tom, sorry, I have that effect on people. I just had to tell you. I'm busted to tell you. He kind of looks around. Ismark was raving about you earlier.
God damn it.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What did he say?
He said Tom might single-handedly be the person with the most potential to be the greatest fighter I've ever seen.
What? No
Yeah.
way!
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna let him down.
Yeah, he said that he's so excited to see what you're capable of. The next time that we get into trouble, I need you to make a really big spectacle. Really do something dangerous and heroic. Show him what you're capable of.
We get that poor boy killed.
Zach, we're going to hell.
Make a deception check.
I'm not going to hell.
This is a low DC because Tom wants us to be true so bad.
It's only, I rolled a 9 plus 4, 13.
He goes, "Okay, I will, no problem. Okay, I have to think. Cartwheels? No, that's stupid.
No, any idea is a good idea.
Okay, got it. Starts riding it.
And I just like pat him on the shoulder, and then I just whistle as I like get back with the rest of the group.
Great, love it.
What is everyone's favorite thing about my new friend Pedlowick?
Probably that he's quiet.
I like his hat, says Arabelle.
A good one. Yes, he has a very cool hat.
Yevgeny goes, "What the hell is that?"
A friend.
That ain't no friend.
He's my friend.
All right.
Yevgeny does not have much fight in him.
65-year-old man.
At this point, he doesn't have much argument in him.
All right. You continue. Here's, by the way, what Yevgeny looks like.
You don't need to remind.
God. You see, Yara, as you're walking, goes, "All right, it's gonna be cold, so at this camp, we're gonna have to get some furs and make sure that everyone is warm because I do not want to hear anybody bitch and moan about the cold."
Holy shit!
Agree.
Good.
I'm gonna be just fine.
Do you feel?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
What question is that?
I'm
a person. I say with like.
I don't think you are. You maybe used to be.
I never died.
You will never convince me that is true.
All right. After.
By the way, Oz has not rewrapped his face. He's walking around full like burn scars and everything.
Is that healing with the ring?
I didn't even.
I was wondering about that.
Well, so the regeneration. Roll 1d6.
Wow. Wait, is Oz gonna be hot again?
Just gonna.
Well, it's not a miracle worker.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
whoa,
what you
he was
do,
a
man.
good-looking dude. 5 is what I rolled.
Yeah, if it's regenerating your face, is not noticeable yet.
Okay.
After 4 or 5 hours,
We're gonna the Swan Oz.
Each day, his voice, like by the end of it, he's like, "Hello, my name's Oswald Whittaker."
The mirror revealing cries.
Yeah.
Francesca, as you make your way up
Just
the path,
Sorry.
it is the path begins to rise up the mountain pass, getting colder and colder. Rocky ground gives away. The road is kind of no longer visible, just this kind of barren, snowy path until you realize that on your left there is a clearing through the kind of deciduous tree forests here, and you see a camp. It is nestled amongst some like jagged rocks and some sparse frostbitten trees. It's a good place to have a shelter. It is because it is away from the biting winds. You see a couple of makeshift tents with animal hides, and there's some like weathered canvas, scavenged materials, little like loose central fire pit, some lean-tos. There's a little small little pin made of wood that has holding 6 scrawny looking goats. And you can see, Oz, that there are some kind of elvish relics here. This is immediately you recognize to be a Dusk Elf encampment. Little stacks of stone, small carved tokens and broken jewelry, and some tomes that are wrapped in cloth. Relics of the Dusk Elf people. And
Matt,
yes.
sorry to interrupt, but I think as they approach the camp, Oz would just make sure he's not like at the very forefront, and he would wrap his face.
Okay, got it.
Because the last time he was with the Dusk Elf people was not
Yes.
great.
Yes. You see Oz that's sitting in the sitting cross-legged near one of the fires is a person that you recognize to be Archon, a Dusk Elf that is you knew him. He was a nice man to you, kind of an older dusk elf here that treated you well, Oz. He recognizes Francesco, though, does not seem to see you. The rest of you see that this camp is dreary. It is nothing like the Vistani camps with the music that you may have had before. This is just people trying to survive in terrible, inclement weather. And all of these people, there's about 8 people in this camp. All of them are elves, but all of them have their ears cut off. They're all mutilated. And Archon stands up and he walks over to Francesca and gives her a hug. And he walks over to the rest of the group and he says, "You are friends of Francesca, then you are friends of the Dusk Elves. Please come take shelter in our camp."
Thank you for your hospitality.
Ismark, you recognize this guy too. I don't know, you probably have never like met him, but he was some sort of prominent leader of the Dusk Elves near Valaki. And he recognizes you and he says, "The burgomaster of Barovia, you have come here."
Former, but yeah.
Well, there's a lot of change nowadays.
Yeah.
He kind of takes you into this big tent that has some refuge from the snow, and you all kind of cram in there. Oz, do you say or do anything? He doesn't seem to recognize you with your raps.
No, I think I just kind of like stay silent and just kind of try to blend in with the group.
Yeah. As he's sitting there, he passes around some like jerky to all of you, and he says, "Unfortunately, Casimir and Harkis have left the camp already. They have traveled further up the Solinko Pass up to Mount Gakis. They left about a week ago. You are on their trails. I told them that the trip would be tough, but they left without us. But the rest of us are getting fragile in our old age, even though us elves don't really age the rest like the rest of you." He laughs to himself, thinking that there are no other elves around.
Good joke.
And he says, "I know that you are probably headed off to see them, but first I must tell you that you should perhaps reconsider. This trip will not be easy. It will be harrowing and dangerous. I myself have never seen anyone go up there and live to tell the tale."
What supposedly awaits us at the Amber Temple?
Looks at you. And he says, "The Amber Temple, I believe, is a temple that was built by ancient wizards here in the valley. Casimir has done research. He has read every tome that he could find in every stretch of these lands. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, this land was inhabited by creatures, evil, that roamed here, and they wrought havoc, and these powerful wizards built this temple to contain them. But as to what exactly you will find there, I do not know. No one has been there, as far as I know, to tell any sort of story."
Do I know what sort of like wildlife dangers would be potential for us just by being around, or do I feel like that's something I should ask?
You don't know anything about up in the mountains, so probably
Okay.
something to ask.
Yeah, so I would say,
What about on the way to the temple? What kind of wildlife call this area home?
Of course, there are the wolves, but the wolves up in the mountain are winter wolves. Very, very powerful that have adapted to the cold. There is word of a beast, Sangzor, Bloodthorn, a powerful creature, a ram that calls the slopes its home. To me, it is legend, but sometimes legend can be true. And of course, there is the rock that makes its nest at the top the very
Ah.
tip of the mountain.
Oh, fuck. Those things are huge.
Big bird, yeah.
Thank you for your wisdom.
How far away is the Amber Temple? I know that they left a week ago. Should they have made it by now?
Perhaps they should have made it by now, but with the weather and the conditions and the obstacles, there's no telling. I would reckon that if there were nothing against you, that you could make it there in 2 days, perhaps.
Oh shit.
So they're dead.
Yeah, probably. I mean, anything can happen.
Francesca leans over to you, Oz. She says, she whispers to you so only you can hear. She says, "Are you trying to hide yourself from Archon?"
Well, the last time I was with the Dusk Elves, I killed my father.
She doesn't say anything else and looks to Archon and she says, "Thank you, Archon. My adopted father Harkis is there and I am worried about him, but I'm sorry, I cannot travel with you any further up the mountain. You are on your own, but here." She grabs some furs and some blankets and drapes them over you, Oz, and you, Ismark, and Proximus.
You're not coming with us?
She says, I'm just a human woman. I will be a burden to you. But if you see Harkis, please tell him that I am here and waiting for his return."
Right.
At this point, there is a loud bleat from a goat outside. And you hear there's some commotion.
I rush outside.
Yeah. Like a
all
regular-sized
of you-
goat, does it sound like?
All of you make a perception check.
Or a giant
Or
killing
a giant evil goat.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
2.
Shouldn't roll with this dice anyway.
Nice.
14.
11.
Ismark, you're the first one to see it, and you just kind of catch a glimpse. But the pen that these goats are in, some kind of hulking, disfigured man. And it looks like a human, perhaps in his early 20s, but is kind of clearly monstrous and beastly with these large kind of clawed hands. Not werewolf, not vampire, but something else. Has taken one of the goats and snapped its neck and is dragging it off into the forest. And right as it hits the line of trees to disappear, it catches your face. Make an insight check.
What?
19.
All right, you recognize this person because of your political backgrounds. This is Ilya Kreskov,
Yeah,
the
I knew
son of the
Yep, that's what I thought.
burgomaster of Kresk. He looks scared and kind of stops dead in his tracks, this dead goat in his arms. Archon has come out and says, "Who has taken our goats? We need that to live." And some of the Dusk Elves are kind of getting together to go after this person.
I start sprinting.
Do I know the story of Ilya? No.
No, I don't
Like
think you do.
what? Just Ismark just knew of him, and now it's
the last you knew of him, he was like a teenage boy. But something has clearly happened to him to make him some.
I didn't know
sort of
about the whole other goat thing that happened, though. I don't know that.
No, you don't.
Okay. I think now. I mean, my eyes are not what they used to be. But I think that was Ilya Krestov. I think that.
As soon as you say that,
Kresk.
I am sprinting at 70 feet per round.
God damn it!
Okay,
I'm sprinting at 80 feet per round.
Oz, the first one to react, you sprint towards the forest, and right as you kind of come to the precipice of the trees, you are 20 feet from him. He is by himself with this goat at his feet. He's kind of like hulking, like hunched shoulders. He has no shirt, but he has kind of rags as pants. His face looks like that of a early 20s kid, but there's like blood smeared on his face, and his hands are like claws. And he's just looking at you, not saying anything, but breathing heavily.
I
Don't shoot him, Oz.
I start to take off my my wrappings, and then once I take them off, I look down at him, and I say, "Do you recognize me?"
His eyes go wide. Nods.
I lean down, and I like slowly reach out,
Uh-huh.
and I put a hand on his shoulder,
Okay.
and I
He stays there.
and I like kind of lean forward. I want to be the last thing you see, and I put my gun under his
What
chin
the
and I
fuck,
shoot him.
Oz? God damn it!
All right.
He's just a
Roll an
boy.
attack. Roll an attack at advantage.
Because I rolled a perception of 2, am I really involved in it?
Oh, screamed
I
out.
mean,
and
you
everything.
you saw them all run into the forest, but you don't know what they're running after.
I think I have like Piddlewick on the ground in front of me, and I'm like trying to do like mimic me dancing. It's just not.
21.
Yeah. Okay, roll damage.
I'm gonna re-roll that with my piercer feat. Much better. Went from a 1 to a 10. 17 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Injured, not dead. Do you want to shoot again?
Yeah, I just shoot again.
If I can, I would try to grab Oz.
Okay. Well, this is your
That's a second
shot.
attack.
It's up to you. I'll let you do. It's up to you, Matt. If I can
no,
get off
you-
my second attack, I will.
You can definitely get off your second attack.
Okay.
Be quick.
At advantage still or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, that's not much better. 12.
This time he kind of hits your arm away, and the bullet flies harmlessly away.
Okay, can I use my bonus action offhand attack?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a 19 on the die, and that's 28.
Okay.
On 10 again, 17 points of piercing damage.
The second bullet hits him in the sternum, and he kind of stumbles, having trouble breathing, kind of falls onto his back onto the ground, still alive, gurgling blood from his mouth. And you hear him say,
You feel good now?
"Mother, Mother."
He's just a boy, Oz.
You get there, Ismark.
You have to fucking shoot everything.
He's an abomination.
You're an abomination. I'm an abomination. We're all
I
fucking
point a gun
abomination.
I point a gun at you.
Pull the fucking trigger.
Stay out of this.
No.
What does it have to do with you, Ismark?
What does it have to do with you? I knew him. I heard of him. He's fallen on hard
You think
times.
you knew
too.
him?
I don't. I
You
wanna
didn't know him as a child like I did.
What's going on here, Oz? Can you explain it before you just fucking start shooting people?
I look down at Ismark, at Ilya, and I mean, he's shown up now, and he says I think we need to roll initiative because I'm gonna try to shoot again.
Okay, yeah, roll initiative.
Oh, you're gonna fucking kill him because my initiative sucked.
22.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled 17 and it's a 19.
Okay, you're first.
I look at him and I say, because he's saying mother, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying, you'll see her soon, and I'm just gonna shoot again.
Okay.
That's 13.
That hits.
Okay.
Ugh.
I swear to God, that's a third 10 in a row. That's 17 points of piercing damage.
If he is within 5 feet of me, can I use my sentinel feet to attack Oz to grapple him?
All right,
If he's
so
attacking
you,
somebody, not me.
yeah,
what
are
it
you
says.
as your intention to just grapple him?
Grapple him. I'm not like to stop him from shooting. I don't want
You're trying to stop him from shooting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Since the trigger is my attack, does my attack get off before he grapples me?
I think that your attack would get off, but grappling would perhaps stop him from shooting again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll a grapple attack.
You're lucky I'm not fucking huge.
I'm gonna intentionally roll this at disadvantage because I think that Oz is so focused and zoned in on Ilya that he's not really paying attention to what's your name?
19.
At disadvantage, I got a 21. If I can do acrobatics.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, 21.
You're lucky I'm not huge.
Okay, you try to grab him, but he's not.
God,
Oz is
he's
like
like
not
fucking
even looking at
slippery.
you.
Did he die on that 17?
He is bleeding out, unconscious, dying.
Then in that case, I holster my weapon, and I look at Ismark and I say, "If you care so much, heal him." And then I'm just gonna walk back to the camp, and I'm going to take the goat with me.
All right.
The dead goat?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like drag it, like I'm gonna grab it by its horn, and I'm just dragging it with one arm.
I'm not a man of healing. Can I do a medicine check
Yeah. Make a medicine check.
with a +0?
Where's Oliver when you need him?
Right?
I'm not a man of healing.
Oof, 9.
Bleeds out in
get-
your arms.
You get down. Death saving throw. Success. As you're kneeling over Ilya, coming
with me,
out
buddy.
of the woods nearby is Anna Kreskov, his mother. She is now in her 50s,
She was
old and
dead.
gaunt and
They got
scrawny.
banished.
She is clearly lived a
I thought she was dead. That's why I said that.
she has
I thought he
clearly
was dead.
lived a rough life in the intervening 10 years, and she immediately rushes over to Ilya. No!
He's not
and-
dead. Can you help him? I don't
Okay.
know.
At this point, can I be there and cast
Yeah.
Spare the Dying on him?
It
Okay,
seems
yeah.
he's been shot. I'm not
Okay.
sure, though.
It
Yeah.
seems he's been shot.
I am here to help.
All right, Proximus, you take a second from your dancing doll and come over and spare the dying. Breathing stabilized, still unconscious. She looks up at you, Proximus, and you, Ismark, wild-eyed, tears streaming down her face. You recognize her, the wife of the burgomaster. And she says, "We are just trying to survive. Why have you done this?"
I didn't do anything.
Was
And I
not
tried to.
us.
Yeah, I tried to help.
I curse you! She picks up Ilya and starts to like drag him back further into the woods out of sight.
Thought I was helping.
You did a good thing, Proximus. Thank you. I tried to help, but I failed. And thank you.
And she's gone.
You did great.
Oz, you take the goat back.
I walk right up to Archon, and my wrappings are off now. And
Yeah.
I walk right up to Archon, and I say, "I got your sheep back for you."
Oswald,
Oz,
you've returned.
I have.
He's just kind of staring at you. Thank you for retrieving this. We need this to survive. Our means are meager at best as it is.
The creature won't be bothering you anymore.
He has a
Why-
name.
Oh. Here come the bleeding hearts.
Why have you returned, Oz?
I need to kill the devil, Archon. Whatever's at that temple's gonna help me do it.
Your return here is an ill omen, Oz. I wish that I could welcome you back with open arms, but I can't. I want you to know that.
Oz just puts down his head. Is Francesca still there?
Mhm.
He looks up at her and just kind of like shakes his head, and then I think he just walks off.
All right. Archon takes the goats. Some of the other dust elves help him take it back into the camp. And he says, Archon takes a deep breath and looks to you, Ismark, and you, Proximus, Arabelle, and the rest, and he says, "You can stay for a few more hours if you want, but If I were you, I would be off up the pass as soon as you can.
Thank you. Did you know that the Kreskovs? Do you know who that was? Have they bothered you before?
He shakes his head.
Right. Yeah, we'll be out of your hair soon.
You look over and you see Tom is doing a handstand.
Wow!
Okay.
Tom, you know so many tricks and skills.
Pretty cool, huh, guys?
I mean, I don't think that's gonna come in handy in battle, but it's good to practice your balance. That's good.
You're
I
right.
loved it.
Thank you,
Proximus.
Proximus. Yes. He whispers to you, Ismark. Is that guy dead?
Yeah, I think everyone that we're traveling with is dead, for the most part.
Okay, cool.
Not dead.
I'm not dead.
Francesca.
He is dead. I'm not dead.
Petra, definitely dead.
Yeah.
Francesca runs after you, Oz, as you're walking alone, and she says, "Oz, please, can I speak to you?"
He doesn't turn back to her, but he just stops where he's going.
She puts her hand on your shoulder, and she says,
He shrugs it off.
She says, I'm sorry that they treated you like this. I thought this would be a homecoming for you. I didn't know.
I think Oz will start laughing very loudly. And he turns back to Francesca and he's smiling widely. But there are tears streaming down his face. And he says,
Oh, I expected nothing less. That's the way my life is now. Now, run along. Go bother someone else.
and I just turn and I walk.
She doesn't come after you, but she speaks as you leave, and she says, "You, Oz, are someone of more fortitude than I have seen in a long time. And it hurts me to see you like this, alone. But I don't know what I can provide to you, but I hope that you find some peace."
I think very dramatically, just because it fits the narrative, he once again just kind of stops, and over his shoulder, he like waits for a second. He like looks over his shoulder, waits for a second, nods, and then he just says,
Hopefully you'll still be here when we are the first ones to come back.
and I think that Oz is just going to head on the path that they need to head. Probably about... He'll probably stop about like a quarter mile away.
Okay.
And then just wait and chill on the road.
Okay.
Quarter
The
miles,
rest-
not that far. But it's like Oz is just fucking.
No, I
sitting
know,
down
yeah,
there.
yeah. Like far enough. That's why it was specific about.
So we
that
know you
distance,
didn't just like leave.
Yeah. Like far enough that I can see but like out
When a
of
kid says
earshot.
they're running away and they just go across the street.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The rest.
There's
of
no
the
point in
Oz-
walking away alone if you don't see that he walked away alone. Like there's
yeah.
he wants attention. That's
All right, the rest of you standing there in the Dusk Elf camp. The Dusk Elves have basically stopped talking to you. They're preparing the goats.
What did I do to deserve this fucking treatment that everybody's giving me the cold shoulder? I'm talking to Yevgeny.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, Oswald went off and shot a guy. I think he's from here, and they don't like him. And because we're with him, I think they don't like us now.
Okay.
But I think we got to turn that around, Yevgeny, so we can get these people on our side.
All right. Sounds good.
Just as a test, be like, you know what? Never mind. I think it's a better idea if we don't do it.
Excellent.
Thank you, Yevgeny, for another great conversation. Tom,
Hey. Whoa, that was crazy.
sick cartwheels over here, buddy. But
Thanks.
that was great. That was impressive. We got to get. I would like to. Do you got any ideas of how to get these Dusk Elves on our side? Do you know any Dusk Elf customs or anything we could do? I'm not.
He pulls out a book. He's like, it is
Like a dance we could do or something.
Yeah, he pulls out a book that
Proximus.
says
You're here, Proximus.
dances to ingratiate yourself with other people.
Hey, there you go. That's perfect.
He goes, I can do the polka.
Is that like a Dusk Elf specific polka?
I guess we'll find out.
You know what? Fuck it. They already don't like us. What are they going to do? Not like us anymore because we did a polka?
It's a deeply religious dance.
He goes, okay, Yara, do you want to do the polka with me? And she goes, fuck no.
I'll minor illusion the sound of like some kind of polka music, but it sounds like it's like Addams Family music where it's like
okay.
just like wrong,
Played on bones.
like razors on strings.
Okay, make a performance checks, Proximus, and Tom. will as well.
God.
Tom's got a -1 to
Oh,
this.
I have actually really good. Proximus's performance is
slap him
better
on.
than Danny's, who was a trained ballet dancer.
That's wild.
Well, Danny doesn't have like charisma. 15.
Okay, Tom had an 11 with his dance. Your music is kind of off key and wrong, but it somehow kind of works.
Slaps.
Yeah, it slaps with Tom's kind of stilted dance, and he's just like dancing by himself, like in the middle of the camp.
This is any contemporary dance performance at any community college across the country.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the people into it. I'm trying.
Archon and a couple of the Dusk Elves come out, and they're kind of laughing at the absurdity of it, but they seem to be enjoying it. Francesca comes over and laughs and goes over to Tom and begins to dance with him as well. And Tom goes, everybody, I know it looks like I'm a trained dancer, but I just read how to do this in a book. That's the power of reading, folks. Everyone goes,
really
cool.
kills the mood at that.
yeah.
They were just about to all join in. He said that. I'll kind of go over to Archon.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Archon, look, I know we may have gotten off the wrong foot. I don't know your history with Oz. I don't have much history of him with him myself. But we got to remember we're on the same side here. All right?
He nods and he says, if you don't know the history of Oz, you should. Oz, us Dusk Elves are a dwindling people. He points to his ears, cut off, mutilated, and he says, we have a checkered past, and there is nothing about our future that has any hope to it at all. And when one of us betrays that, one of the few, well, it really sticks with us.
I get it. I mean, I don't know what he did. Probably shot somebody is what I'm guessing. It's based on what I know about him. But I know it may not seem like it, but his heart is in the right place.
Does Ismark believe that?
No. He's a politician.
Make a deception check.
Is a politician with no charisma. I got a +1 in deception. That's a dirty 20.
Archon nods and he says, because Oz is a Dusk Elf, I do have affinity for his cause. He was dealt a rough hand in life, but the way that he is counteracting it is against our ethos. And I need to tell you, you need to be careful.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I am very careful. Sleep with one eye open around that guy.
All right.
But we will come back from that mount and the Amber Temple. You mark my words. You is mark my words.
And he says, I have seen an omen. I have communed with some elvish spirits, as is my way. And I see no way out of this for your friend Oz. I just want to tell you that I do not blame you if you discard him.
Once he stops proving himself so useful, maybe.
He nods and he says, if Casimir and Harkis are not dead up on Mount Gakis, then and what they believe is true about the Amber Temple is true, then that is the key to our redemption, to a new life.
What do they believe is up there?
The power of true resurrection. The power to rid this place of the evil that befouls it. The power to leave. To go elsewhere. Can you imagine that, Ismark? We do not have to be in this valley.
I don't even know what elsewhere looks like. So, no, I can't. True. Who you trying to bring back?
Casimir's wife, a woman named Petrina. She was a stalwart in our community, but the devil got to her. She left one day, went to the castle, and came back, and she was turned. So I watched Casimir stone his own wife to death.
Whoa. Jesus.
And for that, we were punished by Rahadin. And he points to his ears. Came to our camp, cut off the ears of every man, and killed every other person in the camp, women and children alike. We are a people, the Dusk Elves, with no hope of a future. We are just dying out like the last embers of a fire.
Well, if we do find a way out of here, maybe there's other Dusk Elves elsewhere. Hope is never gone, my friend.
Puts his hand on your shoulder and nods and says, thank you. I have heard tale of your deeds as the burgomaster of Barovia. I'm sorry to hear about your sister.
I actually heard she might be with Strahd alive. Which is another reason why I'm going to cut off his fucking head. But
well, I hope you get the chance.
I almost did yesterday. It was crazy. I won't get into it. But yeah, we'll, I don't know. We'll see you in a week, maybe a week or two.
All right. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Stay warm.
You too.
Arabelle is taking Piddlewick's hands and is dancing with Piddlewick next to Tom. And she goes, this is fun. This is fun, Proximus.
He has a lot of potential to be a great mover.
Yes. I gotta admit, I kind of like him better now than before.
Why?
Because he was kind of a little shit.
Grenade falls out of him.
I don't believe that.
Well, I know. Perhaps there's room to change. I don't know why he can't talk or move now, but...
How come why can't he talk to me?
Well, he was never able to really talk before, but... I don't know.
I saw his little tiny hand go out of the carriage and say hello, and then when I went to the carriage, he did not want to say hello to me anymore.
Huh. Well, Piddlewick, are you in there? Huh, Piddlewick?
Hello, my friend.
I'm sure that's something will happen, and Piddlewick will be happy and alive again.
If Petalwick, if you are shy and you don't want anyone to see you dancing, it's okay. We can try later, but we have to trust each other.
Piddlewick, what do you say? Nothing. Oh well, he's a good dancer as it is because of your puppeteering, so that's fun.
Thank you.
Okay. These Dusk Elves seem to hate us or something, and between you and me, this Tom guy is...
I like him.
You like him?
He seems enthusiastic about stuff.
Oh, that's true. It's good to have enthusiastic people in a world of terrible hate.
And the others are kind of mean to him in the way that they're kind of mean to me. So I feel I understand him.
Are people mean to you, Proximus? Because I'll cast a spell at them.
Everyone keeps thinking that I'm evil.
Oh,
I'm not evil.
don't worry about what that woman says. You're not evil, Proximus. I promise.
But everyone keeps looking at me like I am going to open up my jaw and eat their face.
Oh,
I wonder
That
why.
doesn't-
Even just now, when the guy who has no face shot a random child a few times for a reason I really don't understand.
well,
And I saved him, and the lady cursed me.
she cursed you for saving her son?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I actually know her pretty well. I stayed at her house for a few days, like a while ago.
Do you know everybody?
Yes.
That's really cool.
I know most people, because I am the seer and
Because you're the best person.
well, Proximus, you're the best person.
Okay.
Cool. All right, everybody, let's go.
I want to use thaumaturgy to create ominous whispers out of Piddlewick.
He's singing!
Make a deception check.
What a beautiful voice you have,
Oh
Piddlewick.
no, 4.
As soon as I move, it like doesn't follow him. Oh,
Oh well.
There.
All right. Well, maybe
I'm
this will
really
happen again.
excited.
All right. Yevgeny goes, why the hell are we dancing? What the hell is this? Tom
List
goes,
everybody's spirits.
Yevgeny, let's dance. And he goes, hell no.
Yevgeny, I know you can dance. I've seen it.
Minor illusion music.
It was after a lot of drinks, but I have seen it.
Well, I mean, I was a little bit of a square dancer back in the day. I'm not
Well,
gonna
I
do
mean-
it.
We could. What if we all did it?
If everyone does it, I'll do it.
Everybody, it's time to square dance.
Square. Square. I don't know what square dancing is.
Square.
Some of the Dusk Elves come out and they begin to like square dance. Arabelle begins to square dance with Tom is flipping through his book. Square dance, square dance, square dance, square dance. Yevgeny looks around and he goes, well, damn it, I didn't think this would people would do it.
Lead us off. What do we do?
All right. He steps in front of everyone and he says, all right, square dance. It's all about going in a square.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
He's gonna make a performance check. Natural one.
Oh no, Yevgeny.
Can my music assist him and give him advantage?
Yeah, I'll give him advantage. 3.
Great.
Better.
It's better.
He, as soon as he starts to go, he immediately stops and he goes, I'm not fucking doing this. God damn it. What am I doing? Everyone, let's get out of here. And he
Okay.
storms off towards Oz.
Bunch of fucking wet blankets.
Yara says, I fucking saw him do a square dance like 30 years ago. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I bet he is. He looks like he can move if he wants to.
Yeah, but
At least could have at one point in his life.
He's just a pile of bones these days, though.
Yeah.
Should we go to Oswald and Fresca?
Yeah.
Oz.
Bring a fresh as well.
As you're like sitting there by yourself,
It's very refreshing.
Yevgeny walks up to you, and he goes,
I'm cleaning my guns.
he says, how's it going?
Fine.
He doesn't say anything else to you. He just kind of sits there.
Good. Yeah.
And Francesca goes up to you, Ismark, and Proximus, and she says, I'm staying here. Take care of Oz. There's a good person in there, I believe. I think he's just feeling a lot of emotions right now.
Yeah, there's a good person underneath all those bandages, I think.
I think he needs people that believe in him more now than maybe ever.
Yeah. I'll look out for him. Hopefully he stops shooting everybody. As soon as he sees him.
She nods. She heads off, and your party heads over towards Oz on the road. Tom goes, wow, Oz, you missed the dance party.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, everyone, there's a lot of tension in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get going. It's gonna be dark soon. Should get some distance.
Oz stands up.
The air is blistering cold here. It is kind of this wintry mix of rain and snow. Every bone in your body creaks with the frozen air. Any hair on your body sticks and freezes to your face and your head. Truly miserable. You are glad that you have your furs, otherwise you would all be frostbitten essentially. But you continue on your way up the mountain. It is a perilous journey. Eventually, after about an hour of travel, you're getting high altitude. You're at the base of the spire of Mount Gacchus.
Thanks, Cam.
You can see way up high, almost breaking through the mist at the top, this shadow silhouette of this gargantuan bird that's flying up there, just blotting out the lack of sun.
The Barack.
The Barack.
The Dwayne.
It does not seem to mess with you, at least down here. And you continue on. Yes.
Do I have time to have a conversation with Ismark, or should I wait?
Yep. Go for it.
I think that there'd be a moment where Oz just like finds himself in stride with Ismark, and he says,
Did they give you any more trouble?
No, they're actually they're pretty nice. I talked to Archon a bit.
What do you have to say?
Well, he said you betrayed the Dusk Elves. I don't know what that's all about.
Sorry. I was probably mentioning the fact that I killed my father.
Oh shit! Okay, he didn't go into any detail. I was hoping you're just okay. Yeah, that was easier. Yeah. You killed your father?
Sure did.
he's treating it very casually, like just continuing to walk.
What was the situation around that,
Oh,
if you don't mind me asking.
will you see these?
And he points to like the scars on his mouth.
He says, he did that to me.
Ah, shit.
My dad was... Ismark, he was a horrible man. I became free the day that I killed him. And I will never regret it as long as I live.
Then fuck him.
And yet they know that. Not all of the Dusk Elves are bad people. I don't know if you noticed, but there's no women.
No, yeah, he went into that. I mean, maybe that's why they, cared so much. They took one of them out because there's only so many of you left.
I did the world a favor.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Ilya was on the list.
What did Ilya do to? I just wanted to figure out that whole situation, and you got to stop just shooting everybody as soon as you see them.
I promise
We're not gonna
I
get the
won't just
information.
shoot anybody as soon as I see them unless they're on the list.
What list
My list.
of people you're going to shoot on sight?
Yes.
What did Ilya do to you? I knew him. I mean, I've heard of him. He was just a normal boy from what I heard.
When I was a kid, we went to Valaki. We were there for whatever reason. And
Because no, he would.
and by kid I mean 95 years old. And
You?
yeah.
Oh,
And
a mere boy.
he and his friends, they threw rocks at me. He was
That's
an
it?
asshole.
So he deserves to die?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think that's a little extreme, Oz?
Anybody who's a bully deserves to die.
Oh boy, this is gonna be all right. Okay, good. Who else is on this list?
The first
If you-
one I killed was Ezek.
Isaac
Ezek. No.
Strasny?
Yeah, the one-armed fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hold on.
Let me pull it up.
Let me pull up the list.
Let me get on my phone.
Rahadan was killed by someone else. I didn't get the chance to kill him.
That dude, he deserves to die. It seemed like.
Morgantha, I guess we're still working on her.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree that she's on my list. Yep.
Strahd,
Yep. All right.
and then the child.
I mean, he threw
So 4 dictators and then a child.
he threw rocks at you. I feel like the stuff that the other people did, and the stuff. I mean, clearly he's fallen on hard times. He's stealing goats and lives in a
That's
forest.
why I didn't do the finishing blow.
Are you guys talking about the list of friends you want to make? I have one of those. 1, a squirrel. 2, Piddlewick, already done. 3, I don't know yet.
God damn it, even I think that's the most wholesome thing I've ever heard. That was
I
very
can
cute.
get you a squirrel to be a friend if you want. I didn't know that you wanted to be a friend with a
No,
squirrel.
it has to be a real friendship. I don't want to magic a friendship.
Yeah, Mom.
Organic. It's got to be organic. Are there
You gotta
squirrels around?
let
right
the
now?
baby bird fly, Mom.
She's
You're
not my mom.
I'm-
She created me. That's very different.
Well, I mean, not really. That's pretty much what moms do.
She did not birth me from her body. That would be very painful as I was already full size.
How big can you get?
I don't know.
How big can you get?
I don't know.
I can get this big.
I think about double. That's about as much as I've gotten. It's kind of new to me.
Have you ever?
Have I ever what, Oz? I want you to say it.
Done it by
This is
accident.
Zach realizing he made a wrong choice.
Done it by accident. That's what the question was originally and always gonna be.
Have I ever by accident made myself big?
Yeah, you know, you're on the
I mean-
toilet and then all of a sudden you just.
I mean, you've seen it every time I've made myself big. It's very new.
Wait, what? That's not something you've always known you can do?
No, like a couple days now, I think.
Why?
I drank a potion.
Why aren't you
Out of-
freaking the fuck out about that?
I got bigger stuff to fucking worry about. It's kind of as good. I don't know. It makes me feel strong.
What if it is slowly killing you?
I mean, we're all dying.
True. Ain't that
Well,
Some of
we
us have
are?
already died. Yes.
We're all
Tom.
dying.
We're all gonna die one day.
But I'm like in the prime of my life.
Tom,
Yeah,
you
you're gonna
won't
live.
die.
You're gonna live a long life, and
I might not die.
Again.
I'm like behind Ismark to Tom. I'm gonna mouth.
He nods. He looks to you, Ismark, and he goes, Ismark,
Yeah. What?
I pledge to
Are you
you
gonna
now.
break up with me?
What? No, we're not dating
okay,
or
yeah.
anything.
What are
I
you
pledge to
pledging?
you now. That
I like.
He gets down on one knee.
Ah, what?
He grabs your hand. Ismark, I pledge to you now that through thick and thin, through good and evil, through reading and napping, through growing big and growing small, through killing people and kissing people, through eating rations and drinking wine, I, Tom, will be here, and I will be your champion.
Okay, Tom.
He stands up. He sits up. He gets back on his knee. He,
Did you read this in a book or something? What's got into you, Tom?
and now, to prove to you that I am the crusader that you need, I am going to kiss your foot. He kisses your foot.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's very nice of you, Tom.
Get the fuck up, boy. What the hell are you doing?
I'm
Yeah, he, like, pulls
with
him up.
you as well. You know,
He goes, whew. Cool.
that was a lot. You okay?
Yeah. I
Oz
feel
get-
so
Oz-
much better now.
Oz gets down on one knee. Ismark, I pledge myself through. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I stand up.
Tom, is your blood sugar low? Did you eat enough today?
I haven't really had enough to eat my entire life, to be
All
honest.
right. Here's some
Consistent
fat back.
malnourishment.
Yara looks to you, Ismark, and she goes, I'm not fucking pledging myself to you.
I mean, you already have, kind of.
Yara, will you marry me?
Oh, hey, there you go.
She
He just
looks
got a
to
new ring.
I thought he was in love with Fresca Lady.
What? No. That's.
Ooh.
How could I look at me? There's
If
no
you had
love
the-
to give.
If you had cheeks, I bet you'd be blushing.
Is that a joke?
I laughed.
Ha ha ha, that's a funny joke.
a joke.
Ismark.
Is that a joke at my expense?
It's just a good-natured ribbon. It's what we kind of. It's what friends do, you know. You ever had a friend?
Oh, I'm your friend now.
Yeah. Are you trying to scare me?
No, I think you could kill me easily.
I bet I could. Although I think you may kill me. I don't know. It'd be a hell of a fight.
No, it wouldn't.
What's going on with the big bird?
I hope nothing. Ah! Ah, what the fuck? Now that thing you can shoot.
He gets out his gun. How high is it?
At the top of the
It's
mountain.
hundreds of feet up.
He goes, but he just
Maybe we could tame it and fly it back down. I don't know. Just we have options.
Proximus.
Yes.
I think that's a good addition to your list.
Yeah.
Oh.
Better than a squirrel.
Way better than a squirrel.
Two very different.
Yeah, but like one is obviously better than the other one.
It's like comparing a chocolate cake to a I don't know, something
Oh,
that's worse than
A
that.
banana, says Tom.
Yeah,
I don't eat.
but you're not dead.
No!
Then what
Then
are you?
you're dead. If you don't eat,
I'm
you're dead.
Proximus.
I know, we know you're Proximus. Do you breathe?
I can, yes.
But you don't have to.
If I were to cut you open, would it smell good?
No, it doesn't smell good now.
Would anyone smell?
You know what I'm asking you.
No, I really don't. And this is making me uncomfortable, so I will move on.
All right,
All
all
right.
right, Oz. This is making Proximus uncomfortable.
I
Okay,
said all
everyone-
right.
All right, everyone. There's a lot of tension going on, and I know that emotions are heated, and
Proximus,
I
I
don't know.
think you're really cool.
Yeah, you're
Thank
cool
you.
as shit.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
I wish I could change sizes. Everybody else can change sizes but me.
Maybe one day, if you try really hard, I'll cut off your legs and make you a little shorter.
Ah, thanks, Dad.
Uh,
Be careful. You know what I did with my ass, Dad.
As you have this conversation, you're continuing up the slope. You're up now in the higher altitudes, whipping, freezing cold. It's probably, 0 degrees, wind chill of like
Oh,
negative
gosh.
20 here, like miserable weather.
Chicago.
I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
Come on, big money, bad for me.
Oh, well, 17.
Nat
16.
20 for a total of 27.
Okay, the the cold weather is biting, affecting your motor skills and the way you move, but you're all able to overcome it, except for Tom. He rolled a 3. He rolled a 3 and a 2. Who's just going? He's just
Keep
constantly
on
making
moving
that
your
noise.
hands. Keep on moving your hands, Tom. You gotta get some blood circulating.
He's like trying. I can't read. I'm shivering.
Carry a torch.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Jesus Christ, Tom.
Mine are very precious to me, so. All 10
The
of them.
the mountain road as you walk up, it
You just have a
begins
bag
to
of
grow
hangovers.
narrow. Right to your left, right at the edge of the road, is the sheer cliff of the mountain that goes up hundreds of feet. And then to your right, the road drops off dramatically into a chasm down the mountain that is thousands of feet down into the mist of the forest below. You are really in a precarious spot here. The road itself is no wider than maybe 25, 30 feet. The wind whipping, threatening to push you off.
Wait, can I stop
Yes.
us?
Yes.
Is it a bad idea if we all tied ourselves to each other? I'm being
Yes.
serious. That is a bad idea?
I think because if one of us falls, then we all kind of fall.
But then we
I don't
can
know.
save the person. Right?
I mean, if they fall, maybe they're meant to.
I just thought that that's what mountain climbers did. I'll shut up.
I don't know. Yevgeny, and Yara, you're the experts. What do we do here?
I'm not tying myself to Tom. He'll fall and I don't want to fall.
But is it like, should we tie ourselves together, though? Take Tom out of the equation.
Yara says that's perhaps a good idea if things get more precarious, but I think for now we're okay.
Good thinking, Oz.
Tom goes, I think we should tie ourselves together.
Now, let's all have partners. Tom and Ismark, you guys can be tied together?
Yeah!
I mean, Yara just said we don't need to tie
Oh,
ourselves
okay.
together.
But if we
Hey,
do...
when
if
it comes
we-
to it, yeah, Tom. I
If
can
we do,
hold
the
you up
two of
with-
you, yeah, you two of you can have dibs on each other.
I mean, I will take the smallest person. Yeah, that'd be great for me. I could easily get them.
It would
I'll
be
take
my
that away.
honor.
I'm just kidding.
In front of you, suddenly, as you kind of curve around the mountain, is a giant wall. High wall made out of black stone that covers the entire length of the path, butts up against the mountain to your left, and hangs right up against the precipice of the drop to your right. On top of the wall are big spikes, and there are two statues that look like demonic vultures with horned heads that kind of loom at the top of this gate.
Sure.
Instead of where you would think the gates or the portcullis would be, is a opaque curtain of green flame that bars your entrance to the past it to the further up the mountain. You can see, though, just on the other side of this wall that is probably 30 feet tall is a tower that someone has built, like a watchtower, inaccessible to you now until you cross past the gates, but clearly some sort of waypoint that someone has built.
But in
Who's
between
gonna
us
touch
and the okay, yep.
And in between you, as you walk up, is this curtain of green flame.
Can I use thaumaturgy to see if that has any effect on the flame? I can flicker, brighten, or dim, or change color. I'll try to dim the flame, or is it just it's a cantrip?
Make a Arcana check.
0, yeah, 16.
This is some sort of powerful magic that is not affected by your cantrip.
Great.
I touch it.
It is incredibly, incredibly hot.
Ah, fuck! Ow! Fire's hot.
All right, nobody else touch the wall of fire.
Okay.
Tom, maybe if you lay on it, we can walk on your back.
Stop trying to kill Tom.
What? Oh, I thought maybe
He's a good guy.
I thought you could
I
survive
mean,
that.
can we? Is there around the fire? Could we possibly like climb up the ice, or is it like?
Well, you could, if you wanted, you could climb up the gate itself. The walls of the gates extend. The curtain of flame is just like a 10-foot section in the middle of the gates. It's only 30 feet tall, made out of dark stone. You could perhaps climb on top. There are some spikes in those two statues on top, but with some careful climbing, you could get around it.
I'm a pretty good climber.
You could perhaps climb up the mountain wall to like get around it. It's a little bit more precarious. You could perhaps climb around the right side where the precipice and the cliff is, although that is pretty dangerous.
Just real quick before we start climbing, can I look around for any like secret or hidden mechanism maybe that could potentially
Yeah, make an investigation check.
21.
All right. You find no mechanism of any kind, but you do recognize that these statues that are sitting on top are depictions of Vrox, demonic vultures.
All right, two things. One, we're gonna have to climb. Two, either those statues are gonna come to life, or they are the omens of bad things on the other side of this gate. Either way, we have to climb and be ready to fight at the same time.
I feel like let's hope for Omen.
I agree. Maybe you and I can get up there, get some ropes down for everybody else.
Yeah. Proximus, how good are you climbing?
Yeah, you good at climbing?
I don't know if I am actually.
Actually,
How
I
do you
might not
know?
be good at climbing. Can I use acrobatics to climb?
Climbing is athletics.
Okay, I'm not a good
Then
climber.
no.
I am fantastic at climbing.
I'm a really bad climber.
Can I parkour? Or... parkour!
I mean, you might be able to use athletic or acrobatics to kind of jump around the right side over the chasm, but the penalty for failing is pretty severe.
I'm not that.
But if I get up and get some rope, that'll help.
Yeah, I mean, I say we just let him try it.
Well, I can kind of do something to make one of you have an easier trip.
I can fly. I'll click my boots together. Start to
Oh,
fly.
Oh shit! Okay. Well,
I forgot that I could fucking fly.
I was about to say you better have forgotten that instead of.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh my god.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll just fucking zip on up there.
You're
what
probably
it-
strong enough. You can probably just carry people up there.
That's true. Yeah, one at a time.
You're just flying up over top of the gates with the intent of like what lowering rope
Is there
down.
piano music playing?
Maybe.
What's on the other side of this gate, Matt?
As you
I'm stealthing.
get to the top of the gate,
Flying 6 foot man.
you look back at your party sitting down below, waiting patiently for you to help them.
He's beautiful.
You make a perception check.
15.
All right. On the opposite side of this gate is the path continues up further up the mountain, but there is this stone bridge that travels about 50 or 60 feet over this chasm just on the other side. There is, before the bridge, this crumbling watchtower that someone built here that could be some shelter if you wanted. Seems empty. But I think you mostly see that there is a person standing in the middle of the bridge by himself. A person that you recognize.
Strahd.
Gabriel Astrom. And that's where we're going to end. All right.
But I'm down there.
Oh, that was great. That's great.
Holy shit! Wow, I'm
Cool.
literally speechless.
Thank you guys for playing.
This game's evil as fuck, too.
We will see the resolution of that. That was a fun session. It's very fun to roleplay as Tom, I will say.
Tom's the best.
a good guy.
Dude. He's the best.
He's a good guy.
Too bad he's gonna die.
Cool. Well, thank you all for playing. You guys, the best players.
Thank you, Matt.
It's very
Thank
fun.
you, Matt. That was awesome.
We will see everyone here in a couple weeks. And as always, choose.
Choose?
Choose.
Shoes?
Choose.
Huh? No, I'm gonna make you explain this. We're still live.
It's German for goodbye.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, not all of us know German, you know.
Oh.
Well,
Bye, guys.
it's your fault.